Good evening, everybody. I hope it's evening where you are. And welcome back to the second episode of the Weed and Whiskey podcast. I'm your host, Aries, and
I'm Nikki.
Hey, so guys, we really got to break it down and say thank you for the
love that we got.
Yes.
Serious love on the very first episode.
Yes, we are international.
We are very, very pleased, and we can only say thank you because that is, that's the bare minimum that we could say, but thank you guys so much.
Yeah, it means a lot.
We hope you just continue to listen.
Because we're kind of out there, and it means a whole hell of a lot. That's all I'm going to say. So, again, welcome to the Weed and Whiskey podcast, where we explore life, love, and the occasional scandal. So now that we've kind of got that out of the way, the whiskey for this show is going to be Bullet Bourbon. And then we're going to give y'all a little BTS. So since the first episode, what have you been up to, Nikki?
Well, you know, the normal day-to-day stuff, work. And we had some snow, besides myself, but we had some snow coming in through town, and also just trying to get caught up. And
yeah, we had I think I measured 11 inches in the backyard of snow.
We're in Mississippi, so
yeah, and it was a lot. We had a great time because it was an extra day off.
It was. That was very nice.
Yes. And what did you do with your extra day, if you don't mind me asking? You don't remember?
I don't really remember because I was probably very high.
Yes, you smoked
a lot, probably.
A lot.
Yeah. So yeah, I just know I was here at the house with you.
That's really all I remember is you smoked a lot. Mm-hmm. And you know, hey, that's what you like. You had a good time. You enjoy yourself. She's a very simple girl. Anything else since the first episode?
Not really anything that I can think of.
No.
You?
Well, we did take that carnal calibration test.
Oh yeah, we did.
So basically, what we did was we took a quiz that a friend sent me, and the way this works, it's supposed to, I guess, compare your kinks to your spouse or significant other. Something like that. So basically, it's 30 or 40 questions that are, how can I describe those questions? It's yes, no, and maybe.
Yes, no, and maybe, and then it will allow you to elaborate on your no's.
Yes. So it's a yes, no, maybe format, and before you take it, they ask you what level of kink you think you are. So there's basic, intermediate, and advanced. So we started out, I didn't think we were basic at all. So we started out with the intermediate. And I'll let you.
Yeah, that was a joke. That was basically like a Sunday school class. So yeah, we definitely found out, according to that particular test, that we are advanced and even beyond advanced.
Yes, because the advanced was not
very kinky to me.
To us.
Well, yeah. Now to, I guess, a vanilla person or even someone that's not into this lifestyle, but maybe is, you know, into being a little nasty every now and then, it probably would have seemed, you know, off the wall because some of the things that they asked, they're not normal questions, but you would have to, you just answer them to the best of your ability, and then whenever you match up with whoever you're taking it with, you get to see their answers. There's like a whole detailed report that you get.
Yeah, I got the detailed report.
Yeah, and so then we went back through the report together.
I think 97% of our answers
were the same.
Yes.
Yeah, we're yes, and we're the same. So
good for us.
It is good for us. Our kinks do match,
and that is important because, you know, to me, it's another thing that you can have in common with somebody else. So before you are interacting with someone, let's say is a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, looking to get married or whatever, there's certain things you need to know. Like, are they a slob? Are they kind of, I guess, do they pick up after themselves? These are small things, but they could really annoy somebody. What type of music they listen to? Are they tolerable, I hope that's a word. Are they tolerable of your musical choices? Or they like, turn that shit off when you play what you want to listen to? Or do they like, hey, I never heard that. You're into this band or this group or this rapper or whatever. And, I don't get it. But at the same time, I'm not, telling you I can't listen to that. I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. All that's important.
Yeah.
So I think this would be probably up there on the list. Now, I don't know what you do if one of you is, advanced like us, and the other one is like no to everything.
Well, then I guess, if you're in a relationship with someone.
In a monogamous relationship, I guess you just cheat.
You first off, before you go to the cheat.
You pay for it.
Not even pay for it. You talk about that shit. And if you're not comfortable talking about that with your partner, then that's a problem from the jump. But if you give your honest opinion, give your honest answers, and you and the person that you have taken this quiz with don't match up at all, then that's something that you guys would either need to talk about, or you would need to look at other relationship options, because there are many out there. However, where you don't have to cheat. But for most people, if you don't find what you need at home, you look for it somewhere else.
Yes.
And
that's what my answer was based off of.
Yes.
We talk about everything.
We do.
So if there's something that you are into that I'm pretty open. So, I may not be into it now, but I would try it.
Yeah.
And if I'm not into it after that, maybe I just do it for you. It doesn't do anything for me.
Right.
Or if it's just something I abhor and cannot just get behind at all, I'll let you know.
Right.
There's enough nasty shit that I do that maybe we could not do that one.
That's very true. And then there's always the option of, if that's something that you want that your partner can't provide, then there are toys for everything. I promise you.
Yeah, we discovered.
So yeah, we have. But yeah, there's always plenty of options. But that's one of those things that, like I said, if you're in a relationship with someone, or you feel like you're going to be in a relationship with someone, just talking about your basic wants and needs in a relationship. Because that shit's important. That can be a deal breaker for a lot of relationships, especially if you get together and then you find out, oh, well, there's XYZ that they don't like, or that I don't like about them, or whatever, and then it's kind of too little too late.
Yeah, if you're just dating, you can always...
Well, right, if you're just dating, but it's
get out of it.
Important from the beginning, I feel like, in a relationship, to know where you both are.
Yeah.
And what you're willing to do, what you're willing to explore, if you're willing to explore. But those things are very important in a relationship.
This girl over here is Carmen Sandiego. She is willing. I've not found anything else. I'm making it my mission to find something she would not allow me to do. I'm just putting it out there. I want to make it my mission to find something she will not allow me to do. And just for her to say no. And I know what my boundaries are. You don't know where your boundaries really are until you get that first no.
I don't really tell you no.
Not anymore.
No.
Not these days,
One thing I did forget to mention earlier was that I went to dinner with my girlfriends the other day and let them know about our relationship situation, or not even situation, but
hell, you make it sound like
it sounds that sounded mad. No, not at all. But no, I let them know about our lifestyle choice and things like. And what we don't want to happen is to somebody to see one or the other of us out with someone else besides each other, and them, think that like our marriage is in shambles and, that kind of stuff. And
Because they would.
because they would. So I decided when I went to dinner with my girlfriends and these are my 4 closest girlfriends, but when I went to dinner with them, that I was just going to tell them, how we had chosen to, change up our marriage, our lifestyle, and that if they saw one or the other of us out, or if their spouses, because except one of them, they're all married and stuff. But I didn't want anybody to think that one or the other of us were cheating on the other, because that's definitely not the case. Every time that I go somewhere, he knows exactly where I go. He knows where I'm going, who I'm going to see. I mean, I make sure that he knows.
We both.
Well, and we both do, yes.
Yeah.
But we both make sure that the other is secure in this as well. Like, it's not we're running out and doing things behind each other's backs and all that kind of stuff, because that just doesn't work.
Because you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
And a lot of times, like for me, for instance, if I go somewhere and I see somebody out that I know is married and they're having a lunch or something with somebody else, that's none of my business. I wouldn't say anything. I'd probably tell you.
Right.
But that would be it.
But the way...
It wouldn't go any further, but I do understand
right.
what you mean.
But the way that people in general react...
Everybody is not like...
Right. And most people that are married are monogamous or monogamous-ish. And so they don't, they see somebody out having, lunch with a person of the opposite sex, or having a drink with somebody. It could be something totally business related or whatever. They don't know that.
It could just be a friend having a bad day.
Exactly. It could be that. But they're going to take it and run with it the total opposite direction, because that's what human nature says, that if you're married, you are only supposed to have your spouse as the only person of the opposite sex that you interact with. And that's just not the case. It doesn't have to be that way. There are strictly platonic relationships that we both have with people of the opposite sex, that they're friends, and that's it. It's just people that we both have, that he has known since way before I ever even came into his life, and vice versa. It's just that way, but it doesn't have to be such a scandal.
It isn't always a scandal.
It's not. But that's when it comes to relationships, and especially marriages, it seems like that's the way people make it out to be.
I mean, we live in the Bible Belt.
We do.
That's, and if that works for you, that's great. My thing has always been, and it's getting to be more and more that way for me now, is it's none of my business. Whatever y'all work out. You remember we were at my uncle's house for the, what was the thing in July? For Madeire's birthday, I think?
Yeah, Madeire's birthday.
And we were talking to one of my cousins, and he's looking to get married, and he had already proposed, and they're going to get married. But he was asking, so what's your best piece of marriage advice? I told him, don't worry about what anybody else's marriage looks like. Whatever y'all work out, that's what it is.
Make your marriage your own. Make your relationship your own. It doesn't even have to be a marriage situation, but make your relationship your own, because what works for one couple is not going to work for the next couple. And I think that we, growing up, and even in, what you see on TV, what you see in movies and things like that, it makes it appear that you can't even have friends of the opposite sex because, or this is the way your mother and I lived, and this is, and it doesn't have to be that way. Make it your own. Find what works for you guys, and let it be that way.
Do to suit yourself.
Yes, do to suit yourself.
And there's nothing wrong with having somebody's marriage as an example, but you can't copy it because you didn't live their life. You don't have those experiences. And just communicating what and where and how you want to do things is a big part of that. So what your marriage is like or relationship, I'll take it out of the marriage realm. Your relationship, the first 2 or 3 years is going to be different than year 15.
Absolutely.
You have to understand that. You can't say, well, he doesn't do the things or she doesn't do the things. she did when we first got together in year 15, that's just, to me, that's unreasonable. So you grow together and you're not going to grow at the same rate. Somebody's going to be ahead. Somebody's got to catch up. That's just how that works. But you're in this together. It's like adventure partners. You know, you don't leave the other behind, but you know, you work things out and you decide
you work together to find what makes you both happy.
What can make you both happy. And it may not look like anything anybody else is doing
that you've ever seen before.
Yeah.
But if it works for you, for both of you, then hey, so be it.
And we've heard of some crazy shit.
We absolutely have.
But when you talk to all types of people and all types of people do different stuff, you're gonna hear crazy shit. And it makes me more comfortable in whatever works for us is good. And whatever works for them is great. I mean, I'm not gonna say, well, how could you do that? How could you live in a sexless marriage, but you both date other people and you raise children together? That is crazy. They're doing it.
It works for some people.
Works for them. They're doing it.
Yeah, it works for some people.
So
yeah. But I, in the midst of telling my girlfriends, one of my girlfriends declared that should something ever happen to her husband,
she's on the radar.
And should something ever happen to me, that could she then have custody of Aries?
Let me ask you this. Does something happening to you, does that mean you're going out of town?
No, that's
not part of it?
No, that's not what it means.
Oh, damn.
You know, she wouldn't do that. But no, it's just, but I thought it was funny because she was like...
That was hilarious. I did not expect that one.
And when I came home and told him, the look on his face was absolutely priceless. So, but yeah, it was quite funny. And there were all these stipulations that she laid out and stuff, which made it...
To me, he says, ain't no stipulation. He just wants you to be comfortable.
But, yeah, I was like, yeah, that's perfectly fine with me. You may put it in the wheel, or, you know, how are we doing this? And she busted out laughing, but...
she ain't been over here in a while either. That might be why she stay away.
It might be. You never know.
Yeah, she's in the Hall of Fame at our get-together. We wasn't even having kickbacks like this. It was just a little party. She came one time, like 4 years ago.
For one of my birthdays.
Yeah, one of your birthday parties. One time, 4 years ago. And the niggas on this block ask about her daily.
All the time. But she got a fat ass, so, you know, it's...
She do.
But yeah, so anyway. But,
well,
okay, moving on.
All right, you ready for some of these...
blunt topics.
Yeah, some of these blunt topics, all right?
Hey, speaking of, let me go ahead and light up.
Yeah, go and get you a light real quick.
I'm doing that right now.
And I get this ready.
Bumping into people at the grocery store like you're in a rom-com to strike up conversation. But have you tried vabbing? If you've been on TikTok recently, then you'll know the art of seduction is on the internet's mind. Case in point, the sirenized makeup trend, which is blowing up on the platform and promises to bring in the man or woman of your dreams. Well, now vabbing is the latest TikTok trend that promises to attract potential partners. According to Urban Dictionary, this is when you stick your lady fingers in between your lady lips and put your lady juice behind your lady ears so that people want to suck your lady butts. Oh right. Apparently, it can help attract potential partners, and some have claimed that it's actually worked for them. TikToker at Julia posted a video on her experience of vabbing.
I don't know when you hear this, but vabbing worked. Vabbing 100% worked. Like, what? I got offered 2 free drinks at the school, and...
So, vabbing. Have you ever vabbed?
No, I haven't.
Nikki don't have to vab.
I do not.
She just got to go outside. That's all she got to do.
No, but it's all of it's
you've heard of this.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. I mean, it's been talked about for years. It's a pheromone.
That was
thing.
my first time. I'm just wondering who I know does that.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I have some suspicions.
I have some suspicions. I'm sure that there are several of our friends that do this.
I'm just thinking of 2 that I might.
The 2 that were here last night, probably.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But I just it's not something that I've ever. I'm a perfume chick. You know, now granted they do have pheromone perfumes and that kind of stuff, but I just don't think I would necessarily.
So pheromones, they work indiscriminately, right?
Yes.
From my scientific reading.
Yes.
So the man of your dreams or whatever.
Could be a woman.
Good. Well, does it work on women too?
I guess. I mean,
I don't know. This pheromone is what I'm talking about. So you're in a bar. You put your pussy juice behind your ears or on your neck or whatever.
your lady lips.
Yeah. But yeah, so you did that, and there's 60 people around. Wouldn't it just make those people want to come talk to you?
I guess. I mean, I don't.
That's how it works in nature. It's
Yeah,
not just
it
like
is.
that guy and then
Right.
that guy
No.
over here. It's
I-
all the dogs.
Yeah, it seems like it would be pretty widespread.
Paul.
Pause. But anyway, yeah, that I don't know. I don't think that's. And I have pheromone perfume like that.
That explains it.
But
Y'all, her stories. Listen, I am the most by the book. I go out, we have lunches, we have breakfasts, and hang out, have a great time. Nobody's got anything messed up. This girl, every time she goes out, there is a story that is not like, like dudes be going crazy. And was I going crazy like that? I mean, I know I go crazy.
yeah,
Was I going crazy?
yeah,
I was?
I think so. I mean, you used to like leave me letters and
Yeah,
drive 30 miles to bring me coffee. And,
I still would do.
well, and I know you would.
I've left work to bring you something.
I
that
know.
You told me not to bring you.
I know you do that all the time, and I appreciate that you do that.
Yeah, that's not crazy to me. The crazy part is you say, hey, I don't like you like that.
Oh yeah,
And it could just be out here with I got to, you don't understand. Or you're coming to my house and they expect things of you without letting you know
ahead of time.
what those things are that they expect. Not just you by yourself,
Right.
you amongst the group.
Yes.
Person's having a get together, they invite you, or you go with our girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, he just expects you to, I don't know,
That shit to pop off like immediately.
yeah,
And it's,
or at all.
yeah, and it's not like
I could never do that.
I understand, but something in his brain is not clicking.
But I feel like he's the average guy, though.
He is.
I don't think he's that far off from what a normal guy. Like, if I invite you over and I want to get to know you and talk to you, get to know you more than I already do, let's say.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk. I'm going to make it a point. I'm not going to make it a point for you to come to me. Or, if you're busy, which is another thing that we probably need to talk about at some point, maybe next time. That's always you're over here talking to 4 people, 6 people. I'm over here hosting, trying to make sure everybody's good. It just didn't happen that time.
Right.
I'm not getting mad about it.
No, but I mean, some of these people get
That shit must have been good.
in their feelings, and
I mean, they're good, but that's some other people.
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand because I'm not used to, I don't know. I guess I just have not been used to men being like, oh my God, you've got to come visit me, or you've got to whatever. And I don't want that. Like, I don't want it.
I'm thinking Michael Jackson in that, it's on the Bad album. I can't remember the song. The Way You Make Me Feel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's you the chick. And these dudes, Michael, just circling and hip thrusting and shamoning all around you. Yeah, that's what's going on. Man, we got off of the
We did. We
the
got
vabbing.
the
Vabbing.
vabbing.
Vabbing kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. I don't think that that's something that I would be interested in. I mean, I would do it just to try it with you and see if that was something that you got a reaction out of.
If you told me you did that, I would lick behind your ear
I know you would.
instantly.
Instantly, I know.
I'm not. No, don't do that with me.
Okay, then I'll
Please
do it with
don't.
you.
That's not.
Okay, that's fine.
Now, I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum. That is my thing. But I just feel like that's, to me, it's a little desperate if I had to get a little cum on my hands and rub it behind my ears to get a chick.
Yeah.
Like I would rather pay.
Well,
I would rather pay.
hey, they be on Lamar. Just saying.
Oh no, not over there.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Oh
not.
man, let's go to story number 2.
Okay.
All right, this one. Diddy.
Lord Diddy.
Diddy's legal team says freak off videos don't show sex trafficking and they were consensual. All of them.
Nah, I don't buy that.
How do you feel about that?
Back in second. There are too many people that have reported that have been at these parties, but they always say, you know,
You gotta
leave before the devil comes.
Yep.
And in that, they are referring to Diddy being the devil because when he gets there, shit goes super bad. It could be a regular party, but then the minute he walks in, the entire vibe changes and it flips to a orgy or
His lawyer
Yeah,
said
so-
there are no secret cameras, no orgies, no other celebrities involved, no underground tunnels. Wow. No minors, and not so much as a hint of coercion or violence.
no, I don't believe that. Have you seen Cassie talk about this at all?
Yeah, I seen him with Brad.
That part too. I have too. You know, these people are not going to lie about this stuff when it happened to them and they are traumatized and needing therapy.
So if you have several different people in several different places, I figured their stories would be similar. I went to a Diddy party in 2000 and you went in 2007. You would say similar stuff,
shit,
even
yeah.
though we don't know each other.
Right. And
That would
that's,
prove that is
and
that is.
that is what is happening.
So yes,
mean,
I don't.
I don't think these people are pulling this shit out of their ass and it's all exactly the same. Right. And
No Diddy.
it's pretty much the exact same story, just in repetition mode from different people.
No Diddy. He
So,
shit out his ass.
so obviously something went down
Take that.
and it was not consensual.
Yeah. So consent is a big thing for us.
Huge.
And there are times when we overstep, or I know I have, and I'd be like, hey, look, I apologize. I won't do that again. Those are the things that you have to work on, but there's not 30 years of baby oil trail
No.
and things like that. So we don't believe you, Diddy. You need more people.
Right.
So that was a quick one. I thought we'd talk about that a little bit longer. So story number 3, we are going to move on.
Rapper and actor Method Man of the legendary hip-hop group Wu-Tang Clan is accused of assault that happened at a gym on Staten Island. Police sources say a man told officers the 53-year-old rapper, whose real name is Clifford Smith, punched him in the face several times on Monday. Investigators say the alleged victim had a previous relationship with Method Man's daughter. Officers do want to talk to the rapper, but no charges have been filed.
So what do you think of niggas running up on their daughter's exes and whooping their ass?
Well, obviously he did something he had his ass whooped for.
That's what I go by. I don't ever remember Method being in some trouble
No.
over a temper issue.
No.
He hasn't been arrested as of today.
Nope.
He's talked about it. They've talked to him. Yeah, he whooped dude's ass.
He did. And like I said, you don't generally, he did not go to the gym that day and single out that man for no particular reason.
I know what happened. He went and then he saw that dude.
Yep.
And he said, I'm finna fuck him up.
Because he fucked my baby over.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have no problem with Method. When you remember the Wu-Tang Clan, you normally good over here. We don't really squabble about them. So, and especially if you haven't. I look at myself and being in that, if I would put myself in that situation, I almost did.
Yeah.
In a parking lot of a gas station in Arkansas.
Yeah.
But what still comes up around here for some reason. I don't play about my babies.
Bring it up. Not at all. You don't play about your babies.
So, yeah, those are our blunt topics. One of them took a while, the other two, and they were real fast. So, shot for shot, you ready?
Let's do it.
Would you rather have sex with the lights on or off?
Give me lights on. I want to see what I'm doing.
Me too. I mean, how many times have we had sex with the lights off? Probably
Not
4,
Not many.
10, less than 10.
When the lamps turn off automatically.
Yeah, we don't turn them back. I actually turn the lights back on.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
So yeah, we do it with the lights on.
So yeah.
Never really thought about that till I read that question.
I mean, and here's the thing: lights on, you can always be blindfolded. So then,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
there are ways to.
There's a sensory thing
Yep.
with lights off,
There is.
but the other person can't see what we are.
Sure.
Both of us are rather handsy people,
Very.
so you can't really see what you're doing with the lights off.
Right.
If you were just trying to get it in and get it over with, then yeah, you can do that. But you know, we change lights colors. You know?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Question number 2: would you rather have a pet unicorn or pet dragon?
Oh, I have a pet dragon already.
I know.
Sweet Stella. So, yeah, so I would rather have a pet dragon.
I'm gonna go unicorn if it has wings, if it's a Pegasus. If it's just a horse with a horn, I don't want it.
Yeah,
And if it's a pet dragon, that's gotta have wings also.
Right.
Like in How to Train Your Dragon. I want one of them. I don't want your dragon.
you don't want my Stella, you want
A dragon.
a dragon.
Yeah, I want fire breathing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to ride that day. Oh, I'd be insufferable if I had a dragon.
You're insufferable at times, as is.
Shut up. Would you rather have, question number 3, would you rather have a partner that's incredibly adventurous in bed or incredibly romantic outside of it? Ooh.
I feel like adventurous in bed
Especially these days.
because I feel like if you have an active enough and an involved enough sex life, then you're going to be romantic anyway because you have a bond with that person.
What if some of these people are like, I just want to fuck? Like, you could have an active sex life in which all I want to do is fuck.
But that's one of those things where you
I'm not going to play with your
right.
mind.
But you already established that. Like, that's a point that's established. Like, if I meet somebody new and it's somebody that I don't have that relationship, it's more of a friends with benefits kind of thing,
Yeah.
then I already know that that's not somebody that I'm going to be romantically involved with or whatever. Like,
But this is the would you rather in adventurous or like you said, you figured they would be romantic anyway if they're adventurous.
yeah,
And I'm gonna say that's not.
that's not always the case.
I'm thinking of a guy whose show we went to that I don't think is romantic at all.
No, he's not. Would not be romantic at all.
But he wants to fuck.
But he won't, yeah. Then I'm gonna have to switch. I'm gonna have to say romantic outside of it because I feel like if you can be romantic and you establish those feelings of romance with someone, then you want to please them. Therefore, that leads you to being more adventurous in the bedroom.
So that's what I did.
When?
I was wondering.
Years ago?
This week, shit, I do stuff for you all the time.
Oh, yeah. I'm not talking. Oh, yeah.
I'm a very romantic.
No, you are very romantic.
And I'm very adventurous.
You are, and you're very adventurous.
So I established those feelings.
You did.
And now I reap the benefit of you being a good girl.
Yes, because I am very good.
Hey, that works out. I would say the romance outside of bed are the most important for me also, simply because I don't want a partner that like is just into the fucking. I'm more of a sapiosexual. I want you to know things about me. I guess the proper term is demisexual. It's both the same thing. I'm attracted to your mind, your thoughts, new stuff, like things that you can show me, teach me. I can learn about you. I am all for that. Hey, let's fuck is never gonna get me to do anything.
Yeah.
And if I do it, just know that it is the hardest thing in the world for me to do. All right. Would you rather whisper dirty talk in your partner's ear or have them whisper in yours? This is funny. Yeah. Anyway, go.
I would rather have them whisper it in mine
I wonder. Yeah,
because you do that all the time.
yeah.
I think that's the whole part of my my princess, my whole brattiness.
You're bratty king.
Yeah.
I do. I'm very. What's the word?
Vocal.
Very vocal anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm very vocal in a positive way. I give you several affirmations. I affirm. I mean every damn word of what I say.
I know. You give a lot of praise
Yes.
both in and out of the bedroom.
She has a praise king.
I
There you
do.
go.
That's
That
what I
was
like
on
to
the list.
I like to be told I'm a good girl.
You keep saying that.
I do.
Mm.
You keep saying it to me.
Yeah, I do.
So, you know.
All right, last question. This has been a quick show. Would you rather have the power to change your hair color at will or the power to teleport short distances?
I'm teleporting.
I'm teleporting too. I wouldn't need a vehicle. I mean, it depends on how far the short distance is. If you can give me 10 miles, I'm good. Because I can just teleport another 10 miles. I'll be there in 3 hops or something.
Yeah. And technically, I could change my hair
Anyway,
anyway.
yeah.
You need a hair appointment.
Yeah, that wouldn't, I don't have any hair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you don't have it.
I can change my hair on my face pretty quickly, but you wouldn't like that.
No, I'm going to need you to keep that, please.
Yeah, I've been told. I wonder if Ashley knows about that.
The gray.
Something happens to you and something happens to her husband that I can shave my face.
I don't know. I think she likes
Everybody likes the
Beard.
gray.
the beard.
It's the beard gray stuff and it connects, so I guess. Anyway, thank y'all for listening. This has been episode number 2 of Weed and Whiskey. I think we're getting used to this now.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we are. So that's going to wrap it, guys. You can find the podcast on all of your favorite streaming platforms, our Facebook page, Weed and Whiskey, and follow Nikki on Instagram at the Nikki Marley. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll holler at you in a couple of weeks.